Okay, let's get started here. So, for my policy presentation, I decided to do environmental policy. It is the major, I plan to study environmental science in the next institution that I transfer to. It's always been something that interests me a lot. I always wondered like how the world works and like why it works the way it does and how we can possibly save it because we are going through a crisis in where we pose great threats to the environment through climate change and stuff that increases climate change. So, to give some background, the environmental policy began when concerns of how human activity can affect the environment were raised by US citizens. So, people started realizing hey, maybe what we're doing is not good for the environment because how do we know what's good and what's bad? So people really started wondering about that, and in response to that, um, the National Environmental Policy Act was created, and it was signed by Richard Nixon on January 1st, 1970. And this was a very historical moment for the environmental community because it was the first major environmental law to come out and to actually enforce regulations to ensure that the environment was being protected and it wasn't just being forgotten about and left in the dust. So, what the law says, this law ensures three things to the public. The federal government guarantees it to them. The first one being transparency. This basically means that the public will always have access to information and they will never be left in the dark by the federal government on like new acts that are being made or things that are going on in the background. Secondly, informed decision making. So this basically means the public will also know when new acts are being made and what they are going to accomplish. Um, and then finally, it is guaranteed that the public will always have a vote in any situation that comes along the way. They'll be able to say exactly how they feel and say what they think should happen, or they can report different issues that they find important that they think needs to be solved. So yeah, very important. And also something I forgot to add on this, it does enforce regulations on, or it enforces regulations and it also helps create regulations to protect the environment further. To start off with the different solutions that are being created, we'll start with the Party of Democrats. This party is mainly committed to decreasing the effects of climate change on the environment, protecting the national resources like oil and coal and minerals, and also protecting the quality of air, water, and land. Making sure that the air isn't polluted, there isn't stuff gumming up the water, and the land is clean and protected. The first solution that was created was back in 2006. It was known as the Green New Deal. This was created by the Green New Deal Task Force, which is dedicated to protecting the environment, of course. The plan for this was to guarantee 100% clean and renewable energy by the year 2030 and no later. It utilizes carbon tax, job guarantees, free college, single-payer healthcare, and focuses on public programs in order to go about this program, or this deal, I mean. Secondly, we have the Biden plan, which was created when Biden was elected in 2022. It was created by the Biden administration, and it creates good jobs to build a modern and sustainable future. Um, it's on the path to achieve net zero emissions by no later than the year 2050, and yeah, and this is done through creating new jobs that will benefit the future of sustainability. Um, Both of these solutions are working towards a future of clean air and energy. Secondly, we have the Republicans, and this party is a little different when compared to the Democrats because not only does it consider human health and safety as the top priority, but it also takes a great look at how these policy how it also focuses on the policy, and it looks at if it this policy not only does it look at human health and safety as the top priority, but it also really takes a great look on how it can benefit the society and the economy as a whole. The first solution that was proposed was called the Clear Skies Proposal, which was created in response to a need for emission reduction. This can be from factories or farms. It protects health and in the environment, but also protects the industry as a whole because they want to continue with economic growth. And this is done by reducing power plant emissions of sulfur dioxide. It also This party has also looked at the development of renewable energy, and this can be done in different ways. It can be done with the use of electric cars and the reduction of gas use. This can also be done by the reduction of cutting down trees and destroying different environments for animals. But all in all, these solutions focus on renewing energy and keeping pollution at a minimum, but also the effects on the economy as a whole. Excuse me. In conclusion, although both parties have provided good solutions, they also both want different things. The Republicans take a good look at the benefits that these policies have on the economy, while the Democrats mainly just look at how to better the environment and keep human health and safety as its top priority. However, the environmental policy has achieved so much throughout the years. It's important to focus on climate change and what it can do to the planet because it's become a big problem, and there's still a lot to do to reduce global warming. Climate change is not only affecting the planets, but it can also affect our lives. It can affect our surroundings, so it can affect everyone equally. It is very important that we can guarantee a sustainable and clean future to future generations, because we want to continue growing as a country and as a community, and just make sure that we are taking care of the planet and ourselves. That is all.